Hi friends, doing great over here in the handyman zone. Is Dino with you. I did a video on this last year, but I've been getting a lot of inboxes to kind of clarify things a little bit, so I kind of did a part B, and I will link right up here to part A, and you could just click on that and it will just open a new tab with the other video just sitting there, so you can watch them both. They're really quick videos, and then you'll get a really good idea of what we're doing in using these wall anchors or butterfly mollies to repair when a wall hanging, like a towel bar, toilet paper holder, shelf, anything like that, pulls out of the sheetrock and leaves a really big hole. How to get it back up without repairing the whole wall. It's a quick fix. It's easy to do. Have fun. Thanks for watching. Here's a couple of wall anchors. This is the one I actually use in the video to repair this towel bar. I use 4 of these, which are the small ones. It's marked an 1/8, but it's the smaller one available, and this is the bigger one available. It's marked 3/16. So I basically like to not make the hole any bigger than I have to, so when you fold them up and stick them in, whatever you happen to be able to fit in there is without too much additional damage is the one I use. So yeah, we used the smaller one in this video. So as you can see, the towel bar, this is the problem here. The mollies have pulled out of the wall, okay, on that side, and then we just simply pull this out, okay, because this is actually the repeat thing here. We're going to use this, and this side's loose, so we're not going to pull it out, but I'm going to show you, we're going to do the same thing we're going to do to this one here. So with the Allen key, we're going to take this apart. And you got to be careful, because this could be a metric key here, and you don't want to strip it out, depending on who made the hardware. But anyway, take that apart. Okay, we set this aside for a second. Then take the cover off, okay, and this is back to the wall bracket. What we want to do is get these old mollies out. So I'm just going to like grab them with a pair of pliers and use my screw gun. And then what we're going to do to fix this, because we have these big holes in the wall, so we can't really put a regular molly back in there, and the wall is faux painted, as you can see, so they would have to repaint if we did any spackling or anything like that. So we're going to use these expanding wall anchors, butterfly mollies, whatever, and we're going to put them in the existing hole, and then they're going to open up, and that's going to give us our grip. But first, we have to put them in our wall brackets. So these are the small size. I think they're like 3/16 or something like that. And I like to use just big enough to fit in the holes in the walls. So we don't want to make the holes any bigger than we have to, because again, it could be wallpaper or faux painted, and it could get a little expensive. So here we go. We got our mollies, and you want to just thread them so that the threaded bar is coming just through the top of those mollies. This one needs to be threaded a little bit more, and then we're going to pop them in the wall. Okay, and I'm going to use the screw gun to tighten them up, because we got about 2 inches of threaded. Okay, so we'll pop these in. They open up on the other side of the wall. Make sure that they're fully open by jiggling them around a little bit, because if there's like insulation back there or something, it could keep it from getting fully open. And then I'm going to apply pressure out to keep the back of those butterflies against the back of the wall so they tighten. Alright, boys and girls, so I have it back in, and I kind of have it centered between the top and the bottom. And I'm going to put that trim ring on just to make sure I cover the old holes. And maybe by hand I'm going to snug it up just to make sure I got it nice and snug. But that guy's in. We're going to repeat the process on this side and then reassemble the towel bar with the middle piece, the two end pieces, and our Allen key. A small bladed screwdriver. And we're just going to, this kind of anchor, you just kind of unscrew from the wall, okay? And we're just going to leave that big hole for us. So, making sure that they're basically level. So I found there was this lacrosse stick just sitting here. So I put it across them and then put my bubble level on top of that. So we're good with that. It's going to look nice when we're done. Okay, so there is a right and a left to these things. Really what you want is whatever the tighten screw is, you want it hidden underneath. So these are the wrong Allen keys, they're slipping. European hardware. Okay, good. So I've switched to my metric Allen key. And then, so this is one step here. We're gonna put this end on. And we're going to just slip this into that side and into that side at the same time, and that's it. Then we just tighten it up and we're good. Okay, nice tight. Okay, where there was no hope before, without an extensive repair, now there is hope, and it's nice looking. You also see me in this video using Allen keys to remove the towel bar hardware, to get to the wall bracket, and then to install it in reverse. Now, I originally thought that it was a 3/16, which is the quote-unquote American size, but it was really a 3mm, which is the quote-unquote metric size. Had I tried to make it really tight with the 3/16, which I felt was loose, I knew right away that it must be metric. But I would have stripped the little locking key before it tightened up. So be aware that there are actually two size wrench standards in use today. What with all the imports coming from Europe and China and stuff, you're going to find a lot of metric stuff. So it may pay to invest in a metric tool set if you don't have, including Allen keys. Although you still may be American size if it's domestically made or American made, because I don't know where you're watching this video in the world. This is YouTube. So again, both is good, because if you really try to tighten up that lock nut with the wrong Allen key, you're going to strip it out before it gets tightened, and then you're going to have to make a trip to the hardware store to try to get a metric or American locking Allen key in the right threads and bolt size for whatever, but it's going to be a pain. And don't forget to share. Don't forget to share, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. Use the comment box below. That's what it's there for. Google Plus seems to be working, so just go with it. See you later.